We were about to start packing and we just go to confirm and we don't even have flights. This is insane. You guys, insanity, right?
You're not gonna believe it.
So we have an email, some emails, some phone calls to do, and we will be back with you in a little bit. And then we need alcohol, and then we need to work out.
No, not working out. I want to drink and some Asian food.
I just want to...
some sushi. About to lose $4,000.
You're not about to lose anything. It's all my money.
We're about to lose it. It doesn't matter. If you're poor, I'm poor.
True. I don't want to poke the bear because they're clearly...
No, that's not mean.
I think they just are really terrible at what they do.
Probably.
Because they're even offering to... I mean, we'll see if they actually do it, but...
I mean, they canceled it 2 months ago.
They probably thought they told me.
But that's the weird thing is they called the Emirates and canceled.
No, Emirates canceled. That's what she was saying. Emirates doesn't even fly out of Seattle anymore. So she was saying we notified everybody. They should have known. So that makes more sense.
On October 12th.
Right, and I have no email. I got nothing.
2.5 months ago.
I got nothing. Y'all.
This is crazy.
Be nice to me, don't make me sound stupid because I was trying to be nice.
I know, you didn't do anything wrong. The problem is it's a third-party company that basically handles all the bookings and stuff like that. And then...
Okay, this is what I'm upset about. I feel like I'm one of the most perceptive second word. No, like the second word is like I don't trust easily. I'm like, what's that word? I'm trying to think. I want to say sketched out. Like I assume everyone's trying to scam me. So I'm like really careful about my money online, and I should have put all of it on, but I put the majority. I put like 60% of the charges on a credit card because I was like, you never know. It's like a international charge. So I just want to make sure we can get our money back if we have to. We're literally supposed to be leaving tomorrow for a trip.
Tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow after. I was supposed to have an appointment tonight, an appointment tomorrow, and now I have to cancel everything. We were like, oh, I'm nervous about not going on the trip. Like, we're not gonna get our test results back in time. We were just on the phone with, we had our test done at Walgreens, and we were calling like the LabCorp company that does your test results to see, we know they can't expedite it, but just to see if the timeline was accurate. I don't know.
You're worried about the wrong stuff.
We were worried about the wrong stuff, and meanwhile, I don't even know how we got on that topic. How did we get there? It was because online, I went to check it online and I put in the flight number and it said error. And I was like, oh, that's weird. That's weird.
Oh, yeah. So
then we call. Basically, they're like, yeah, you don't have a flight with us. And we were like...
They canceled it 2.5 months ago. October 12th.
We haven't had a flight for 2 months. We've been planning for this trip. Like, we had a flight this whole time. So here's the craziest part. Like, we're just like mind effed as he's talking. Like, what? Like, this trip, I'll be transparent with you guys, cost me $7,000, which is cheaper than it would have cost if I didn't buy it like when I bought it. It was a good time to buy. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, we got scammed. Like, none of this is real. And I just was like, how could that happen? I was literally on booking.com and they referred me to this website, but this website I think is a real travel agency. They just really suck. And if they don't give us a refund, I'm putting them on major blast, and I'm putting them on blast. I don't even care. That's so much money to scam out of people. Our flight, we had booked. I had confirmation emails and everything. I had flight numbers. I had all that stuff. And I'm like, cool, it's all legit. Because I definitely got charged for everything.
Oh yeah, they don't have any problems with that.
So
charging your bank account.
So our flight, apparently Emirates was on the phone with us. By the way, Emirates is supposed to be a really nice airline, and they were
Emirates is bougie.
I know, but they were rude to us on the phone, probably because we're kind of frustrated, but they were being snarky. Garrett said to the lady, he said, is there any other way you can help us out? Is there anything you can do for us? She goes, if there was, I would have told you in the beginning of our phone call. And he was like, okay.
Yeah, I'm like, okay.
We're just trying to figure out how to get $7,000 back, ma'am. Okay, like just.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, they did really book a flight. I need alcohol. And then it was canceled because Emirates, the airline, doesn't even fly out of Seattle anymore. All right, not until March, but cool, we didn't know that. So apparently they notified everyone, which if you go through a travel agency, they're the ones that are supposed to notify the customer. We never heard anything. So here we are thinking we're leaving on a trip tomorrow, literally have everything ready, all of our medicine out here. We were about to start packing, and we just go to confirm and we don't even have flights.
We probably don't even have bookings for the resort.
No, I know. And so then I emailed the resort again. I'm like, so do we even have a booking? Like, what is well, I don't get what's happening. Because we could try to get there, but Seattle doesn't fly to the Maldives, so maybe we have to fly somewhere else. I think LA is going to the Maldives, so you could fly to LA and then go there. But we don't know now if we want to do that, so we might just... I still want to do this trip eventually, but we're never going through a travel agency again in my life. No. This is my first and only experience with a travel agency, and it's crap. I'm actually not as mad as I thought I would be.
I'll be fine when we get the money back.
Well, and I'm like pretty confident. I'm confident we'll get at least 50% of it back because it was on my credit card.
Sweatshirt, it's cold.
Yeah, this is wild. I've never experienced anything like this. But aren't you so glad that we found out now and not tomorrow?
Yeah, that would have been really, really bad.
And so it would have been so confusing. We would have just been with our
what?
We would have had our bags. We were like making fun of what is it, 4 Christmases?
Yeah.
When Vince Vaughn is at the counter and he gets up there and they like can't fly, like we're gonna have our little hats on, we're gonna have our sunscreen on our nose.
I would have been like, we are going on that plane. That plane is not leaving without us.
Yeah, and then the lady from Emirates was like, yeah, no, we literally don't even fly out of Seattle anymore. And we were like, okay.
Till March.
What? This is all just crazy. I don't think it's like a scam company.
No, they just, I mean, they wholesale tickets.
Yeah.
So they buy the tickets, but that's what people online have said too, is that they'll buy these tickets at a certain price, and the airline can actually increase their price right before the flight actually happens. And when they do that, they will cancel the flight, just like this. Finn's like, yay, you guys are not going.
Hi, are you so happy we're not going anymore? Are you so happy? Do you remember last night, honey? We were laying in bed and Garrett goes, I just feel like something's gonna go wrong.
I know, I had that feeling like Home Alone. Like the mom just has a feeling and then she goes, Kevin, like that's what.
And then I was laying there and I'm like, honey, stop, like have a better attitude, it'll be fine. Y'all, I still want to go. I just like we can't.
I want to go too, but
we like can't even go until March.
You have to charge an arm and a leg to get there, and you have to go through all these hoops. And with COVID literally ruined this whole thing.
Well, yeah, and like we don't even know if we would get our test results back in time. All right, you guys, we'll check back in later if we have any updates. But we're working on getting our money back. That's where we're at.
Yep. What? You look cute.
Thank you. I got everything done to go to the Maldives.
Same. Got my hair, nails, everything.
I got my nails done, my hair done. I was about to get a tan tonight and my eyelashes done tomorrow. Canceled those. This weekend we decided to book a weekend trip in a cabin because we needed something fun to look forward to. Also, another thing we want to say, and maybe it's not even true, but it helps us feel better, is that, you know, if everything happens for a reason, maybe God was protecting us from something, and it wasn't meant to be.
Maybe there's a tsunami that's going to come there.
Hopefully not.
Hopefully not.
Hopefully not, but, or just maybe, I don't know, you never know. But we actually have a decently good attitude about it. I'm pretty surprised. However, we're going to the store to get some White Claws. What are you getting?
Yes. I don't know, maybe some more, what's it called?
Corona? Dos Equis.
Maybe Dos Equis, but also, we need more snack food.
Ginger beer.
Ginger beer, yeah, for mules.
Another thing I want to say is we do still plan to go to the Maldives when things aren't so crazy, and also not through this company next time.
Yep.
And I think when we do decide to go, it actually kind of is a blessing in disguise because it was such a whirlwind to book everything, like with COVID and everything. It was very confusing to me. And now I feel like I have a way better handle on everything, that it would be less stressful next time. We'll explain more details later, but it's just been a doozy. So now we just have to get our money back. That's the next step.
Yep.
Hopefully we do.
We will.
You get a case number and everything for this particular case.
Okay.
All right?
Perfect.
Okay. So, basically you never received what you paid for, but did you cancel or did the merchant cancel?
We were told different things. So we were told by the airline that the airline itself doesn't even fly to the Maldives anymore. And they told us that they told the third party, but we were never notified. So yeah, we never canceled anything. We just found out yesterday that there was no flight or anything.
Good, okay. So since you didn't cancel, it's not going to fall under the cancellation.
Okay, you guys, so it's the next day, and yesterday was the day that we found out we didn't even have a flight. I can't even really remember what I told you guys yesterday because I just turned the camera on when we were trying to figure everything out. I'm sure you guys will have questions or want to know the company name and all of that. I'm not going to release that at this time because right now they're telling us that they're going to give us a refund on the flights, which is all very confusing because I'm pretty sure I said this in the video yesterday, but like the airline, we had a confirmation with Emirates airline, called them. They were like, yeah, you did have a confirmation, but it was canceled. We thought that the travel agency canceled our flights, but actually Emirates doesn't even fly out of Seattle anymore to the Maldives until March, they said. Apparently that decision was made back in October. They canceled all flights out of Seattle and told the travel agency, who did not tell us and did not inform us, so we had no idea. Found out last night because I went to go put in the confirmation number for our flight and it said an error. Found out we have no flights, okay? So if we had found out back in October, this all could have been fine, because it sounds like I messaged the resort directly instead of through the travel agency. It was like, hey, like kind of told them the situation, said, do we even have a booking at the resort? Because I'm like, did they just not even book anything and they still have all of our money? Which was a total of $7,000. It was $4,000 for the flights and $3,600 for the resort. And it was really confusing email. I don't know if it's getting lost in translation, but it sounds like it's confirmed. So I was like, okay, so we do actually have the resort, but we don't have a flight. So then the travel agency was like, okay, well, we can actually give you guys a flight through LAX, because I think LAX is still flying to the Maldives. This was last night. We were supposed to be leaving today in like the next 2 hours, like leaving for the airport. And we were like, the flights are gonna be way too much now, because I booked this back in June, which everything was cheaper back then. Also, when you book that many months ahead, it's cheaper than it would be the night before. And we're like, that's gonna be insane pricing. And I just felt uneasy about actually having a booking at the resort, and I didn't want to fly all the way there if we didn't actually have the booking at the resort. I just felt like things weren't adding up. And Garrett and I made the decision that, we even said this like a week ago, there's so many factors traveling like during a pandemic or during COVID. Sorry, I was getting hot in my jacket. Anyway, there's so many factors traveling during COVID, and I had been so careful this whole time. I feel like I'm one of the most skeptical people out there. That's the word I was trying to think of yesterday. I'm like so picky about like who I go through for things, and even using my credit card to make sure that if anything happened, I can get my money back. I'm just really bummed that I ended up going with this company that is gonna potentially like take advantage of us, and we might be getting our money back. They told us they should be refunding us. We finally got a hold of them. We tried calling the travel agency. I know it's hard because I can't say the name right now because I don't want to jeopardize anything. It sounds like they're going to give us a refund on our flights, but we couldn't get a hold of them because we tried calling them and they're like, yeah, no, we're not taking calls right now because we're getting so many calls. I'm like, probably because you guys suck and you're probably ruining everyone's trips and stealing money. But anyway, we finally got a hold of them on email, which I didn't even think we would. They were like, yeah, we can refund you for the flights. It might take 1 to 2 months to get your refund though, which I thought was really weird. So it's all very interesting. Our last option is to take it to legal matters. Anyway, we'll see what happens. As of now, we haven't gotten any money back, so I'm still like a little skeptical that we even will get our money back, which kind of sucks. But I feel like we should, because the reviews even say that this company is legit. It just says that they have a 1-star rating. They're just really bad. But I'm annoyed because I didn't actually book through this company. I booked on booking.com and somehow they like recommended this other company. I don't really know how I got to them. We have a dispute open with our bank right now. I'm trying to figure out if we can figure this out. This will not break the bank for us. Like, we're gonna be okay, and it's like not, I don't know, the end of the world, and we know that. It just really sucks, and like we want to get our money back if we can't. We decided to go on a weekend trip this weekend anyway, because I booked this trip to celebrate our 2-year anniversary, so it's really a bummer that it got messed up because of someone else. And if they would have told us 2 months ago that the flights were canceled, we could have booked a new flight to LAX and then to the Maldives, and everything would have been fine. But they didn't do that. I don't know if they thought that they told us, but they didn't. We have no emails from them. We had no notification. We had no idea the flights were canceled. But like I said, not the end of the world, so you don't have to feel too bad for us or whatever, or I don't know. I don't think it's really a scam company, but I just am not really hopeful we'll get our money back. If we don't, I will definitely tell you guys what the company was, so none of you guys book through them. But if they do, like, I really hope they resolve this and do the right thing. I've never gone through a travel agency because I feel like it's weird. I can book everything myself, but I don't know why I just did this one time, because it was such a big trip and I felt like it would be more organized if I went through a travel agency. Clearly that's not the truth, because I am way more organized than they are. That's the update because I know a lot of people have wanted like all the details. So, but I will see you guys in the next video. Go ahead and follow me at Taterell on Instagram if you're not already following me, and subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed. We will be going to the Maldives at some point, just not now, clearly. And we will be going on a little trip this weekend to celebrate a 2-year anniversary. So we're really excited about that. I'll be vlogging it and everything, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.